Here's an overview of the define tools in your design thinking toolkit. At the front end of this, we have a tool called the theory of change. What we're going to do is we're going to begin working with this now, but we're going to come back to it later. The idea with theory of change is that we begin by identifying the problem we want to solve and the long-term change that we see as our goal. At this stage in the theory of change, we're looking at defining the nature of the entire project. Secondly, we look at our key audience and we begin to think about some of the wider benefits of our work. So we're working starting from the outside in. It's also worth paying attention to any key assumptions and paying attention to the stakeholders at this stage. The stakeholders will come in a big way in the next tool. The last thing to really jump on here, and it might be that you come back to this later, is your entry point to reaching your audience. So if you're thinking about that audience, you're thinking about those key stakeholders, what is your very first point of contact with them? Thinking about that target audience, thinking about those stakeholders, this is where our target group comes in. It's quite straightforward. We think about what we're calling them. Feel free to draw them. You know I love making you guys draw. We then need to think about their needs and what we're offering them. Think about now and think about potential in the future. Then down here, this is where we think basically about the nuts and bolts surrounding how we engage with this group of people. Facilitating the feedback conversations, what we can use this for in this stage is to look at the kinds of interactions and look at the kinds of offerings to meet the needs for our group of people, to look at what we keep, look at what we increase, and what we decrease and stop. In any kind of change-making program, it's super important to identify the things that we're getting rid of, otherwise we're just piling on workload. Last of all, take it to a much more holistic level and look at the dreams and a gripe. Basically thinking about the things that we wish existed, thinking about the things that could be better, turning dreams into how might we statements. Basically looking to identify ambition and build up to it. For your gripes, the how might we is how we move away from it.